just finna really take it off, honestly. Like, I don't have time for this. I really don't have time for this. Y'all, it is 2 in the morning, okay? And I haven't ate nothing all day. And earlier, I had got me some seafood. So we're gonna eat that basically tonight because, well, it's kind of in the morning, but whatever. So we got our gloves. We got everything that we pretty much need. I got me a little fork. You know, I got my core water because I like a lot of salt. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not healthy. So don't take after me. We have to do this, you know. I'm sorry, I look rough. I did my makeup earlier, but it's 2 in the morning. Like, I'm finna probably go to sleep after this. So, you know, cute enough or whatever. So, yes, girl. And so right now we about to eat. And excuse that right there. Like, that's my makeup stuff. But in today's video, I'm really be talking to y'all about relationships. Our favorite thing. Yay. Okay, I also have to go get a napkin. Got those. So anyways, yeah, so we're gonna be talking about relationships in tonight's video or whatever. And the main reason why I want to talk to y'all about relationships is for 2 things, really. Because a lot of people have been like asking me, you know, questions about like my relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, what works for me. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying like anything that I say in this video. And excuse that noise. Because although it's 2 in the morning, my neighbors are up. They're walking around. And in a second, I bet you this lady finna start sweeping. Like, I don't even know what's wrong with her, but whatever. So a lot of people are in relationships now, you know. So a lot of people feel comfortable like asking me questions about my relationship and how to figure out certain stuff in a relationship and stuff like that. So, because a few people have been asking me lately, I just thought it would be like wise of me, or at least give me something to talk about in this video, because I was gonna eat regardless, and you know, why not share with y'all? So boom. So I basically just have like a few tips and, you know, things that I believe that you should keep your mind open to when you're in a relationship and when you're dealing with people and stuff, especially because we're so young. Yeah, so, you know, I just got a few tips for y'all. And if you would like to know what they are and you got relationship problems, girl, keep watching because I got you, okay? I got you. Okay, so first, I believe it is super, super important. I think that this is a really important one. So please take heed to what I'm about to say. First of all, too many people our age, like, you know, I'm 18, and I'm not saying that anything that I say in this video is like the end all be all. Like, you don't have to do what I do. What works for me and my boyfriend may not work for you. I completely get that. But I just think that, you know, based off of my experience, they look ugly. I don't know. No. But based off my experience, I think that these are things that you should definitely keep in mind. We just want to say that. So, first of all, too many relationships and people in relationships nowadays especially glorify being toxic. Like, I don't know what it is with y'all. I don't know what y'all like want to accomplish by being toxic, but a lot of people nowadays seem to think that being toxic is just like the new thing. And I'm not really sure like what that's about or whatever, and I'm not even trying to figure it out, because me and my boyfriend, once upon a time, and sometimes even still today, we have toxic tendencies. Like, we do things or say things to each other that we should not say. Now, way back when, it was really bad, like really, really bad. We used to argue so much, and you know, people that know us personally, that know us in real life, would know like how serious we're talking. Like, things were so bad, our communication was so off, you know, our respect for each other. To me, honestly, it was mostly him, but I definitely can take the blame for some things. And, you know, it was just, like, really difficult. And we were actually toxic. Like, it got to the point where one time I had to fight a girl. I didn't have to, but I fought a girl. And before y'all get in the comments trying to dog me, I was not fighting over him. I was not fighting over him at all. She was fighting over him. I was fighting for my respect. So, it's 2 different things. It's 2 very different things. And, you know, that's just the half of it. We've gotten into altercations at school and stuff where parents had to be called, all type of stuff. So, you know, seeing everybody else want to be toxic after we're working so hard not to be is just like weird to me. But I don't understand like exactly what it is for y'all that makes y'all want to be toxic or whatever. But to me, the one good key to a healthy relationship is not to be toxic. And you know, it's different ways that you can do this. My biggest issue in our relationship, for me or for us, was like communication. I'm scared to break this. We're gonna improvise. So a big thing for us was communication. So we learned to fix our communication and stuff, you know. And that can very well not be like the case in your relationship, but communication overall is definitely important. You know, it's important to know, especially because we're so young. So a lot of things can, you know, get lost in translation. A lot of things, you know, a lot of people sometimes expect you to just infer or read their minds about what they're thinking, what they want to do, all of that. So it's super important that you're transparent with your person or whatever. Even if you're like younger than us, or even if you're older than us, like communication is important, period. You know, stop glorifying what it means to be toxic, because a lot of people are not even toxic and just want to walk around like they are. Like, I don't know what y'all think is so cute about being toxic, but it's nothing cute about that. It's nothing wrong with being in love and being happy. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Now, yes, it is a dangerous game to play, but I don't think that we should just walk around like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bust your windows out your car. Like, what? I have to turn off. So that's advice number 1. 2 for me is, you know, I see a lot of girls nowadays that like expect their boyfriends to like, you know, buy them stuff and do stuff for them, and sometimes boyfriends too. Like, and you know, of course, my boyfriend, it just took some meat out. Yay. I'm 18. Not so long ago I was 17. Before that I was 16. And a lot of y'all that may be watching this video may be around the same age. So you cannot expect some boy that barely got a job, he working this 9 to 5 trying to keep his life together, and you want him to buy you a Chanel bag. Like, I feel like a lot of people, and not even just with girls, because it be boys too sometimes, like they be expecting the world. You want the little Ethica draws, you want me to come to all your games, get my own rides because you ain't taking me nowhere, you know, you ain't got no car. Like, it's just like, no, I feel like a lot of people sometimes look for the wrong thing in a person in a relationship. You know, sometimes they base relationship things off of materialistic things, or like the way a person looks or whatever. As y'all should know already, it matters what's in the inside. It doesn't matter what she got on, or how big her butt is, or, you know, how much money he got and all of that. And I feel like that's where a lot of y'all, well, I'm not gonna say y'all, because I'm not gonna say I ain't never been there, but that's where like a lot of people go wrong at, you know, like looking into the wrong thing about their person. It's probably not even gonna take that long to eat this because I didn't get that much, and I'm not touching that broccoli. So, and you know, we're young. Like, some people's parents have it, some people's parents don't. Some people get it for themselves, some people don't. Some people don't have the means to do that right now. Just a lot of stuff. And I feel like a lot of people be judgmental. My thing is, like, respect me and I'm gonna respect you. Respect what I'm about and I'm gonna respect what you about. It's some girls that put themselves out there to, you know, give off a certain vibe, and boys feed off of that. That's them. But don't treat every girl like that. Like, that's not okay. And then boys and girls sometimes be trying to get into these relationships, treating these people that ain't them type of people like that, and then wonder why the whole thing backfired in their face. Because you got the wrong one. You trying the wrong one. You gotta play with your mama, because you ain't gonna play with me. You're not gonna treat me like that. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. You gotta set boundaries for yourself. You have to let them know, like, I'm not the one to play with. I'm not the one to play with. I don't know where you got away with that at, but this ain't that. And that's what you gotta tell them, because they be doing too much. Another big thing with people sometimes is trust. And okay, it took trust in my relationship, you know, because things happen. Now, I've never been like, well, the boy that I'm with right now, he's never like cheated on me, or at least he's never like let me find out about it or whatever. But like, we've had other issues, we've had other run-ins and stuff like that. And it was things that, you know, he would do that would sometimes make me look at him funny. And I'm sure that there may have been, or that there are things that, you know, I've done that made him look at me funny. But at the same time, like, you have to trust to a certain extent, you know. You cannot just be, it ain't even nothing in there. You cannot just be in the relationship just like, oh, I don't trust you, like you can't, you know, because that's not gonna make somebody feel, you know, like they even need to be in a relationship with you. I understand, you know, it may be hard to like take your guards down when someone has done you wrong and stuff. I completely understand that part. But if you really feel like this person is like worth you moving forward with, or like worth your time, worth your energy, worth your breathing space, you have to learn how to, like, you know, take the good kind of with the bad almost, and learn how to like deal with it. Now, I'm not saying tolerate people and they nonsense, you know what I'm saying? Like, that goes with the boundaries thing. You have to understand what you want for yourself. You have to understand what you will accept, what you won't accept. And it's best that you be as transparent with your partner as possible, and you tell them, I'm not going to deal with you cheating on me. I'm not. Period. Now, if you one of them people that might take him back, girl, you need to make him think that you won't, because he needs to know, I cannot cross her like this. And nowadays, people be throwing around terms like I love you like it's nothing. Like, it's unacceptable. But, you know, some people love harder than others, and that's what's so crazy about loving people and being in relationships and stuff like that. For some people, it don't work out as good. For some people, it do work out. And now, I don't know what situation you may be in or whatever, but like for me and mine, it kind of worked out. Like, I really do care about him. I really do believe he cares about me. We've learned to accommodate one another and compliment one another. We are trying to like incorporate God into our relationship. And I don't know if like y'all believe in God and whatnot, but I do. I believe in God. I'm at a point in my life right now, you know, because I'm finna go to college and stuff, didn't get to have no graduation, whatever, but is she running? So I'm at a point where now, like, I don't really trust, but I trust myself, but like, I don't know what the future has for me, and I'm wanting people to like to be planned out. So I don't really know what I'm doing with this life stuff right now. So I rely on God now to give me that push that I need, you know, give me the motivation that I need, stuff like that. And so because I'm with him, I need him to almost be on the same page, you know? Now, I'm not saying your partner has to be like, you believe in God, they gotta believe in God, because, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. But it's just like, you have to find what works for y'all, what will benefit y'all, what makes y'all better, you know? Find your belief system, whether it be in religion, whether it be in science, morals, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to get on the same page with your partner if you really want to get somewhere with them, because it's really not easy just trying to build on something where y'all at two different places. Now, yeah, we're gonna be at two different places anyway because we're two different people, but you don't want to be like totally on a whole different page. A lot of people just be with people just to be with them, and before you know it, it's like we ain't really had that much in common, other than like we want to have sex with each other, or we want to do this, so we want to do that. And if that's you, I'm not knocking you, okay? People go through that. People been there. I'm not saying I haven't. Not the whole sex part. But I'm just saying, like, you know, talking to multiple people, doing your thing, I get that. I feel that. But you need to, you know, have some... I'm gonna leave that to y'all. I hope you don't want to be like that forever, but if that's you, like, live your life. Just do not string somebody else along that's on a different page than you. If she's expecting to be in a relationship with you, why are you leading her on? If he's expecting to be with you and build with you, why are you talking to his friend? That don't make no sense. Like, that's bogus. And you don't get no cool points for being bogus. Like, that's petty. I was gonna eat these potatoes, but like, I don't normally really eat them. I just be here for the shrimp and the crab legs, honestly. But so, another thing that I've like noticed within people my age is them kids y'all having, okay? Now, I don't know somebody from my school might like watch this or whatever, that might have a baby and think I'm talking about them. I'm not. It's teen moms everywhere. You ain't the first I've known. You probably won't ever be the last. But my thing is, you know, I don't see anything wrong with teen pregnancy. I see something wrong with it, but I'm not going to discriminate because I am a teenager, and if I was the girl pregnant with a baby and all of that, I would not want nobody in my business. I would not want nobody, you know, giving me their unsolicited opinions. I don't care. Like, it's my baby, it's my body, it's my business, so mind your own. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, I also feel like sometimes babies can make your life harder, especially when you're young. Like me and a lot of the people that I know, we don't really have much. Like I'm definitely not like struggling or nothing, but you know, as a Black woman living where I live, and you know, just being Black in general, you know, society really keeps us at a disadvantage. And not just Black women, Latinas, sometimes Asians, I guess, you know, just people of color in general, we have it way, way harder. So just imagine how hard it was before, just for being born a certain skin color. And now you have a baby. Now you have a baby that's probably associated with the same skin color you are, or some relative to it. So now they're at a disadvantage, you know? And to make that all worse, a lot of females will have kids by these boys. And it's not always just girls. I mean, it's not always just boys that do this. Because sometimes it's like deadbeat moms too. And moms that had a kid too young and still want to live that party life or whatever. But generally the issue is that people have kids by some of the wrong people. And for some people, it's just as simple as, okay, yeah, my baby don't need a father. But just think about how your baby is going to see, you know, go to school and see people with mommies and daddies, and they have mommy and daddy, and all your baby got is mommy. Now, for some people, that is a reality, and it's really, really sad, and it really, really sucks, and my heart goes out to those people. You cannot just be letting anybody put a baby in you. You cannot just, you have to know yourself and be stronger and within yourself to know that you need better for yourself. It's not even just about having the kid at this point. It's about, you know, being with somebody that's actually going to be there for you and said kid if that decides to happen. You know, you don't want to be with somebody that's just like, oh, I'm just finna lay up with you, put a baby in you, and then it's you and the baby forever. Like, that's weird. And generally, we just talking about sex really, because it's not even just kids that's the problem, baby. It's STDs going around. And a lot of people, you know, for one party in a relationship, it'll be just sex. For the other person, you know, it's sex. It is his family. His mama love me. His sister is my sister. We is getting married. And to him, it's just like, girl, it wasn't even all of that. Like, I just wanted to dip and slip. But that's what I'm saying. You have to really watch who you give yourself to, because, you know, with sex, I feel like you would open way too many doors. Like, from what I've heard from people, it's like that is more than just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an emotional thing. Like, that's something that you should really cherish. That's something that you should really cherish with somebody and really dedicate to somebody that you really want to spend your time with. Now, I'm not saying that just because you have sex with them, that means you got to be with them forever, because that's not always the case, and that might not be what you're looking for. But don't just be, you know, selling yourself short for people that's not worth your time. That's all I'm saying. And it could be for boy or girl, because sometimes it's girls that be out here fast tail, and it's boys that ain't really there yet, and the girls is just doing them wrong. And I hate to see that too. I hate to see that. I don't discriminate. I don't care if it's boy or girl. Bogus is bogus, period. If you're bogus, you're cheating, you're scheming, I don't care if you're a boy or a girl, you're bogus. Because all you gotta say is, I don't want to be with you. All you gotta say is, I wasn't looking for that with you. Don't wait till you get in between her legs and do all this stuff and she acting a fool to just be like, oh yeah, that ain't what I signed up for, girl. I didn't want that. I didn't want to take it back. Don't do that. And I'm not saying it's okay to act crazy, but I'm just saying you like open the door a little bit. You open the door a little bit more for somebody to act crazy if you're gonna be doing that. Like, that's petty. Do not settle for less. Do not be okay with something that you're personally not okay with for anybody. Period. If you're not okay with it, then you need to not be with them. If you cannot have an adult conversation and communicate with them and express your true self and, you know, really, you know, because sometimes it may be hard to say what you mean. Sometimes you don't know how to get it out. I get that. But if you're just that person that's just like, oh, I don't want to tell him that I didn't like the way that felt, or I didn't like the way he said that because I'm afraid he's going to leave me, you shouldn't be with him. If you're afraid that he's going to leave you, you need to just pack your stuff and go, because you should not ever have to feel like that with somebody. And a lot of people say like, okay, well, we're teenagers. I got my whole life to fix it. I got my whole life to fix it. If you keep putting these things in practice, you are probably, I'm not going to say you're probably, It's more likely, and it's also gonna be harder for you to like shake, you know, the bad habit or whatever. It's gonna be hard for you to shake being a thought. It's gonna be hard for you to shake, you know, letting people run all over you because you're used to doing it. So I'm just saying, girl, I mean, because of course everybody's not perfect or whatever, and if you feel like the person is really worth trying with, you know, it's always best to have a conversation and, like I said, get on the same page or whatever. And if you feel like they're worth trying, then try to make it work. But if it's just a repeated cycle, get off the carousel, because at this point you're wasting your time. Would like to talk to me about it, because I ain't gonna judge you, because I've been there. I know what it's like. And you know, you just need somebody to vent to. We can be friends, because I completely understand. And I understand it's not always as easy as it seems, or just to say like just leave or whatever. I get that. Like, I completely understand. But again, we're young, you know, so while you got your life ahead of you, go ahead and get out. Get out before somebody have you tied up in a basement or something about you can't leave because I said you can't. Like, that's too much. So yes, thank you so much for watching my video. If this was helpful for you, drop a comment down below. If not, okay. If you know it can help somebody else, girl, share it. If you need to vent, we can be friends. Like, text me. It's nothing. We get to go to sleep. This is my favorite time of the day. We get to go to sleep. It's my favorite time of the day. Okay, I play too much. All right. Anyways, thanks so much for watching my video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't follow my personal because I don't like that. But follow my business one at suchadoll.beauty. Period. Okay. And it's great to talk to y'all. I love y'all. And good night.